Lighting,
okay.
everything, slaying the day.
Alright. Oh, I have to do like my little intro.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. Hey guys, it's Samira and welcome back to my channel. Today with your friend samira. We're gonna be doing middle school advice because we're going into 9th grade and we went through 3 years of middle school. So I asked you guys for some questions on Instagram and I'm gonna be answering them with zombies. So we have like 5 different categories and the first one is friends. First question is, are my friends going to change?
I feel like they might, especially towards like the end of middle school. I feel like you might grow apart a little bit, but it just depends on how you like take it, you know? Like I feel like if you really do try, I don't think it would happen too much.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree with that. Like I feel like a lot of people are like, oh my god, you're gonna go out of middle school with a completely different friend group, and that didn't really happen for us.
Yeah.
But I will say like we grew apart from some of the people in our friend group and just other friends in general. But then we also made new friends.
Yeah.
So I guess the answer would be yes, but it's not gonna necessarily be completely different people that you hang out with. Like I don't know though, because we weren't friends like all of elementary school. Like we kind of became friends at the end of it. So maybe if you're like sticking with the exact same group all through like kindergarten through 6th grade or 5th grade, then maybe. How do I make friends? I would say like just talking to people in your classes. Like I made friends like that, but also you can see who would not be your friend by like talking to them in class, and just kind of seeing how they act around you and stuff. Also like clubs, right?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like clubs. Like honestly, going out and doing stuff in middle school, there's a lot of options. And you're like just starting in high school. Obviously you're starting to get like actually get into your little groups and stuff and what you like to do. But middle school, I would just say try everything, and that's how you'd make a lot of new friends and like new people.
I made friends through basketball and she made friends through volleyball, and also like doing stuff like Model UN and student council. Oh yeah, we made a lot of friends in student council. I met like a lot of new people, especially because we like camp outside of our school student council, so that really branched out a lot. Also like don't automatically make assumptions about clubs and people. I would say like try it out first. A lot of clubs have like informational meetings and stuff before you have to like commit. How do I drop toxic friends? I don't really know if I've ever had any toxic friends.
I mean, I would just like slowly, you know, try to find other friends and try to hang out with them more than like going back and just like not ignoring them, I guess, but like
just kind of distancing yourself.
Distancing yourself.
Like gradually, like you can still say hi to them. I don't think there's anything wrong with being friendly, but you don't necessarily need to be like best friends anymore.
Yeah.
The next category is grades. Is it difficult to get good grades?
I honestly say if you study, I mean, middle school isn't going to be like super tough. It means what classes you're taking. Whoa. But I feel like if you study a little bit, if you put a little bit of effort and like actually if you just pay attention in class like a little bit, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I don't think middle school grades are hard. I don't think it's hard to get good grades. I think you just have to be willing to like put in effort and just listen and take advantage of like the resources your teachers give you. Like if you're allowed to have like cheat sheets or you're allowed to have like a study guide during your test, just take advantage of that. And even if they tell you to make a study guide and it's optional, do it because they might let you use it during the test. Yeah, that has happened so many times. Do grades matter in middle school? Yes, they do, especially in 6th grade. Because I know for us, our 6th grade grades especially matter for math, because if you did well in 6th grade, then you would get into an accelerated course. So like that accelerated course is now dictating our high school classes.
But like, don't take it too seriously. I mean, obviously high school is more important grades, but middle school I would still say stay on top of things because it will help you later on.
They don't do anything really. Like the actual grades themselves aren't going to affect you, but they are going to affect what classes you take in the future. How do you get good grades? Caring. Just caring. I mean, if you like raise your hand in class and you're showing that you do care about your grades and you're putting in the time and effort, your teacher's gonna see that, and even if you like mess up, they're gonna be more forgiving. I feel like
honestly asking questions when you're confused. I mean, I used to be the person who never used to ask questions, but like if you don't understand the concept, like the teachers are there to help you. That's what they do. So go up and ask them if you're confused, ask a friend, like really understand the thing, and then I feel like you just do a lot better.
Yeah, definitely asking questions, because then that also shows that you care about your learning, and they can see that you're trying. Are there retakes in tests in middle school? I think it depends.
It depends on the teacher.
Depends on the teacher, depends on what grade you're in. 6th grade, I think they did have retakes. Some teachers did have I think you had to score like below a certain grade for in social studies or something, because they weren't going to give a retake to someone that got like a 93. But honestly, just like try your best first.
Or like sometimes you gotta retake if you like do do something, like extra something, and then you get to retake it.
Yeah, like they
but
make
like
you do like an
also
extra
like if you do like a study guide, you might be able to retake it. So we were allowed to. So just take advantage, like Samira said, like take advantage of everything you do or everything they tell you to do.
But they don't have them in high school, so like it's a crutch that you can lean on. Do it especially if you get a bad grade. I would say do it. I would do it, but be aware that does go away. I think in 8th grade one way for us too.
Talk to your teachers about it.
And some teachers are more forgiving than others if they see you're having a hard time. I remember like once in 8th grade I took one retake because I had like a really bad day and my teacher could see that. So like they saw that I was also asking them questions throughout the week and I was like building up to the test. So I wasn't just like slacking and just like bombing it. Alright, so the next category, a very interesting one.
Dating.
So the question is, should I date in middle school?
Okay, honestly, I wouldn't, but it honestly is up to you and your parents about what you believe or what you would want to do. But I feel like middle school is kind of like a hard time for many people because you're like transitioning out of elementary school, you're like, you know, hitting puberty, like you're all that stuff. And I feel like it's like you're changing. And if you feel comfortable, go for it. But if you don't go for it. I don't really know.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it like depends on the kind of person you are, like your maturity level and stuff. We did not date in middle school. Yeah. Honestly, like okay, here's my personal take. I think it's a little cringy.
I do think that too.
Especially if you're like in 6th grade. And even 7th. 8th grade I can excuse. I'll let you go on that one. But like yeah, it just depends on you as a person and if there are any people at your school that you even want to date. Because I think that's also a problem at our school.
Yeah, that is a huge problem at our school.
Okay, last question in this category. How do I tell my crush I like them?
So why don't you go first?
Okay, let me think. Okay. I would say like don't tell like a random person that you find attractive that you like them. Like okay, personally I don't think that's a crush. I think you should tell someone that you have a crush on them if you're like friends with them or you at least know them and you like talk and hang out or something and just like tell them, just be like, oh hey, you know, like yeah.
Honestly, be really casual, especially in middle school. Like, I feel like don't take it too deeply, especially like I mean, we're all like learning at this age. I mean, guys at this age are not super mature, girls are not either. So just honestly being super casual and just coming clean, I feel like it'll help you out, like keep your like moving on with them. And honestly, I just feel like just go for it, but be like casual about it. Be like, hey, like oh, like I just want, I like you. I don't care what you want to do about it, but it's with you now. Just let you know.
Also, like rejection, you can get over that, but regrets, not really. So like, I would say just go for it. You know. Classes. How do I balance school, social life, and activities, etc.?
I always prioritize school, but obviously having a social life activities are super important, but it's just like you have to know what you want to do first, and that was always for me school, and then I did my sports, whatever, but you have to like be, honestly it sounds really cringy, but you have to be mentally strong. It's gonna be like sometimes you're gonna have like tons of piles of homework or like a test tomorrow and you gotta study and you have so much like things to do, but like you just have to like make it through the day. And I try to split up my time or like my days evenly with like homework and stuff, so I don't have too much in one day, but that's basically how I did it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I would say like also utilize the time that you do have at school to get done homework. I used academic assist, which is like our form of study hall, and then we also have real study hall, which I did have for like a small amount of time. And then also even during like classes when a teacher's like, hey, you guys have some free time to work on your project, work on your project. Or if you don't want to work on your project, work on your other homework or something. Don't just like sit there.
And don't procrastinate.
Yes.
Do that.
Also, like if you're feeling really overwhelmed by like extracurriculars, I would say like if you need to take a step back, I think people would understand that if you want to focus on school for a little bit, because like student athlete insinuates that you're a student first. So. Next question is, how do I finish missing work and missing assignments? I would say like prioritize what needs to get done first. Like start with the thing let's first do. So like if you have something due tomorrow, do that. But if you have something due in a week, I would worry about that later. If it's a missing assignment, work in order of like the latest that you have to do, and then work your way up. Any tips to stop procrastination?
Honestly, like Samira said, like use your time at school. They will give you time to do some stuff at school, like use it. Like you want to talk to your friends and stuff, like you can do that, but do your work as well, because then you're gonna have so much stuff to do at home, and then you're not gonna want to do it at home. So honestly, like, you just have time for yourself, of course, but also like use the time, like the free time that your teachers give you or the ones things that you have home, you know?
Yeah. Also, like, personally, I feel like I have more motivation during the actual school day versus when I get home. So I'm more likely to just get the assignment done at school versus at home when I have like a study hall at school or something. Are the classes hard? No.
Honestly, classes you're taking.
Yeah, it really just depends. But I think in middle school it's mostly standard grade level courses. We doubled up on math in 8th grade, so that was hard.
That was hard.
Not necessarily. Well, yes, the classes we both took geometry, and that was hard. But like just making sure you have everything straight, and like we'd have like a test like on the same day sometimes.
Yeah.
But overall, I don't think they're necessarily super hard. I think it's just about paying attention, asking questions.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, 8th grade I feel like was a little bit more tougher than the other grades. Again, like just how you balance your time and how you do work. Like, it's not
like super difficult.
No, it's not. It's not impossible, but because they won't give you that much work if it's like, you know, impossible to finish. So it's just, you know, you gotta mentally be strong, like I said.
Are the teachers strict? I think it just depends.
Yeah, definitely the teacher.
It's just like, I think it's similar in elementary school in that stance. Some teachers are really chill, some teachers are strict, and I think you'll figure out who is like that once you get into school. And I like knowing like about my teachers like that, because then you know who you can kind of push the envelope with and like chit chat with your friends while they're like teaching or whatever, and the teachers that are going to get you in trouble. So
but you will find more teachers that will get you in trouble in middle school though.
That's true.
Than elementary school, but there's definitely some teachers that are super chill.
Yeah. What if I don't know where my classes are?
Honestly, when you first go, it's going to seem really big, but I think over time eventually you will figure it out, and it's not going to be as big. And most of the time, I mean, our school at least, they had like hallways for each grade. I don't know if that's like how it is everywhere, but
yeah. I would say also, if you can like go to your school before school actually starts and maybe just go through your schedule to your classes. I did that in 6th grade. I think I might have done that in 7th grade too. Yeah, we had orientation. That was a whole another nightmare in itself. But yeah, so I would say like just try to familiarize yourself with the building if you can beforehand. And also, there's going to be teachers that are going to be able to help you out during the actual first day of school and even days after the first day of school.
They're like really lenient on the first day of school if you're new and stuff. So
yeah. Will I be able to get to my classes on time?
I mean, they give you like a 2-3 minute time to get through. I mean, like
Sleepy says passing period.
The classes are pretty close by. I mean, I don't think you'd be struggling.
It does depend if you have a locker. In 6th grade, we had a locker, and I would say it's just you have to figure out when to get your stuff. So I think I'd go to my locker maybe twice a day, and my locker was next to my English room, so I'd always like switch out my books in between that period. So if you're worried about that, I would just say don't be, because your teacher would definitely be understanding for the first couple of weeks if you're like a few minutes late. What classes did you take in 8th grade?
Well, we took like similar classes. You took different class,
so we both took regular 8th grade English, regular science, history.
I took algebra 1 and geometry. She took algebra 2 and geometry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, choir. She took choir. I took choir and orchestra.
And I took French.
Yeah, she took French. I took Spanish. Is that everything? I feel like I'm missing something.
I
I would recommend though, like taking in 8th grade. I think you have like more selection on electives you can take. Should I take notes in classes? Yes. You should, especially in math and maybe science too. Yeah. I think a lot of teachers tell you to take notes though, so I would just listen to them when they say take notes.
Notes do help a lot.
What were the hardest classes you took?
Geometry.
Geometry is so hard for no reason. Like it's a very abstract concept, I feel like.
Yeah.
Algebra 2 was easier, but I'd definitely say that was a little bit difficult.
For me, it was geometry because like, I mean, our teacher was a little wacky. But not just that, it was the way he taught was a little different. Like it was hard for me to like grasp that. Also, it was like really rigorous, I feel, and I really wasn't used to that rigorous yet.
It was really fast paced.
Yeah.
So basically math. Watch out for math. Alright, and then we have like a little miscellaneous random question section. What was your favorite thing about middle school?
I liked people I met, honestly. Friendships I had from there. I mean, I wouldn't say I lost friends. I kind of grew apart with some of them, but I made a lot of really good friends at the same time.
I would say my favorite part of middle school was like the different experience that come with it, like school dances, like different extracurricular things. Basketball was fun for me in 7th grade, like going to other places to play and like spending time with teammates and stuff. And also Model UN Summit was so fun. Love that in 6th grade. Also, the big one, DC.
DC was fun.
That was so much fun. I love that trip so much. We're so lucky that we got to go, because like the 2 grades ahead of us when we were in 6th grade didn't get to go. Like her sister. Yeah.
If you want this.
How do you deal with mean people? I would say ignoring them, honestly. Like, okay, so that's what I did. I basically, like, just rubbed it off and I said, like, laughed along with it or just said whatever. But also, like, talk to your friends about it because it was really, like, I feel like I held it in a lot and then I got, like, I felt like I broke apart eventually when just, like, it kept going on. So, like,
yeah,
talk to your friends about it, I'd say.
Mean people, I mean, middle school is a little judgmental place. So it's, like, just don't let it get to you. There's people who do like you, your friends, and make sure you're telling them. People in middle school can be a little mean sometimes.
Well, people judge me based off of how I dress. I'm gonna say no, honestly, because people at our school, and I know this has happened, like this is in like schools across America, they wear pajamas. Yeah. So I think you're honestly fine. I would just wear what makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel happy.
Yeah, I mean, no one is gonna come up to you and say something, I feel.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think that they would.
Not about your outfit, no.
Yeah, they would never say anything like that. So honestly, go wear whatever you want.
Yeah.
I wore strong pants on them multiple times actually because they're fun and they're comfy and
yeah, just whatever makes them comfortable. You know, I don't think anyone genuinely cares.
Yeah.
I know I like to dress cute, but that's just because I feel good in it. So I just wear whatever makes you feel good. Also, participate in spirit days. Like dress up in like whatever thing student council does, and it's fun. I feel like.
Yeah, participate in anything. Like go to school dances. Like I know sometimes middle school dances sound boring, dumb, but it's or lame. But it's the experience. It's the experience. The dances, the spirit days, like the football games. I mean, it's like high school, but you know.
Yeah, we go to high school football games. Like in 8th grade we did. Yeah. But you can even go to middle school games. So should they be somewhat fun?
Yeah.
I would say like dances especially are just so much fun, and we only had 2 of them. We had like one in 6th grade before COVID and then one in DC, which literally love the DC dance. Like it was so much fun. That was like the highlight of the trip, low-key. What was your least favorite part about middle school? No, I was about to say COVID, but honestly like COVID brought so many like opportunities into my life. I don't think I have this YouTube channel without COVID, honestly.
I think mine, like middle school, would be the stereotype. Because I feel like when you're going to middle school right now, you'd be like, oh, like it's gonna be all big and scary, and I feel like it's genuinely not like that, and that scared me so much. As a 5th grader, I was terrified to go into middle school because I was like always heard like, oh, it's so much different. It's so much like it's different, but it's not like so different, you know? Yeah. And like the stereotypes like the dances are like bad or like the people are super mean or something. Like I feel like that was genuinely terrifying as a 6th grader, but I don't think it's like that at all, honestly.
Yeah, I think like my least favorite part might just be
it's really a bad part.
There wasn't any bad parts.
Genuinely bad part.
Yeah, I think there's just like little pockets of like annoyance, honestly. Middle school, it's not like bad, it's just like kind of a little wow, that really irritates me.
Like the awkward, like it's like when they still treat you like you're young,
yes,
but you're not, like
especially in 6th grade. Oh my god, we literally had to do chicka chicka boom boom at our like orientation. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
No, the counselors treat you like babies, honestly. They're like, you're basically like a kindergartner now. I'm like, oh, what?
Yeah,
do you remember
that's genuinely the worst part, I would say.
I think that would be like the worst. And they like still so like they basically treat you like a baby, but they expect stuff from you, which I think is really contradicting. And here's the last question: what was something you achieved in middle school? I literally like saw this question. I'm like, oh my god, what am I gonna say? I think
Alright, go for it. You go first.
Alright, I'm gonna say like the self confidence.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's what I've like brought out from middle school. I was definitely shy going into middle school, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be myself, and then I just wasn't myself because like, you want to be yourself, but you also want to make friends and blend in. So I'd say like coming out of middle school, I'm a lot more like confident in myself, and I guess this YouTube channel is something that ties along with self confidence and something I achieved.
Yeah, I would say self confidence. I mean, I was also super shy. I always used to like think about what other people thought of me or like what people were saying and stuff. But like honestly, middle school, I mean, I don't really know. I think honestly it was like 8th grade for me, but also like COVID and stuff. Like I feel like it was just the self confidence. It was just the change.
Okay, so that's all the questions we have, but we're gonna just give you like a little bit of general middle school advice.
Honestly, going to middle school, you just have to be open-minded. It's a whole new place, a whole new school. It's scary, but I feel like you're gonna have so many opportunities there to branch out, like meet new people, go in new clubs, find things that you like. And it's gonna be scary, but you have to like keep an open mind. You're gonna be thinking things about other people. You're like, oh my god, this girl is like weird. But don't do that because she's in the same position as you are, and she's also scared. So just be open-minded, think about everything, and other people.
Yeah, I agree with that. Adding on to that, piggybacking off of Samira's point, I'd say just like be positive going into middle school. If you already go in thinking, oh, this is gonna be horrible, this is gonna be the worst 3 years of my life, then it is gonna be the worst 3 years of your life because you're not gonna have any effort into making it good. Also, like, don't stick to like the same people that you always hang out with. Try to meet new people in your classes. This was something that I had a little bit of difficulty with because my close friends were in my class. She didn't have that, so that's why she's able to branch out more. Also, like, respect your teachers. That's a really important thing that even somewhere in the middle of middle school I was like, oh my god, teachers are so annoying. But they're the ones giving you your grades. They're the ones that are gonna essentially prepare you for high school and get you ready for the real world. So respect them and be nice to them. There's cameras everywhere in middle school. Don't vape in the bathrooms. Yeah, that's my advice for you.
Especially about teachers, like, they are older than you and they are doing a lot for you, and even though sometimes they might like treat you like not like badly, but like they might treat you like, you know, you're young, you're a kid still, like, you have to understand that they have their own lives and they might be having a bad day as well, and they're still like, they're older than you. You have to respect them and they're doing so much for you already.
Yeah, go for the end of the video. Yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know if you want to see some more of Sambi because
I love this.
I'll put her in more videos. Yo,
I've already been featured so many times.
Yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.